Hello, my name is Dr. Ben Bernstein. For the last 40 years, as a licensed psychologist, I have focused on how stress affects human performance. People call me the stress doctor. So I'm a performance psychologist, meaning I work with people who are in high stress, high performance occupations and situations. Olympic athletes, CEOs, managers, dentists, doctors, lawyers, and many people who take tests. One of the effects of COVID particularly, and also of our world situation, is prompting a lot of worrying. And I see this in all of my clients, and I see this in the general culture, and feel this from time to time in myself. So I'd like to offer you some real suggestions on how to stop worrying. Let's look at this together. What happens when you're worrying? So when you're worrying, you're either in the past or you are in the future. Think about it for a minute. You're either worrying about something that you didn't do or should have done. Oh my God, why didn't I say that? And if I had only, or you're in the future. What's going to happen when if I do now, how am I going to act? It's all future. Worrying is a disconnection from the present. That's actually the source of the stress. You're disconnected from the present. Past is gone. Future hasn't come yet. We're right in the present. Actually, right in the present is no worrying. Now, we all start to worry. And what should you do when you find yourself starting to worry? There are two tools. Here they come. The first is to exhale. Now, you may be thinking, what? Exhale? Well, what happens when you're worrying, and you can check this out yourself the next time you catch yourself worrying, is that most likely you've stopped your breath. You're just holding your breath. So I used to say, well, you just have to breathe, and people would roll their eyes. Oh, breathing, I know all about breathing. No, it's not about breathing. It's about not holding your breath. Exhale, exhale. And the second tool is called grounding. So as you exhale, if you're sitting down, feel your butt in the chair and feel your feet on the floor. Let the floor and the chair really support you. If you're standing, just let the floor support you. So do this with me now. Exhale, and as you exhale, feel yourself grounded in the chair or on the floor. Those two tools will bring you right back to the present, and your worrying will stop. When I was in graduate school many years ago, a professor of mine was someone I could confide in, and I had a lot of worrying at that time. And he sat me down one day and he said, listen, worrying is a completely non-productive activity. It only produces more worrying. So think about that. When you start to worry, the only way that you keep going and worrying is just more worrying. So we want to stop it in its tracks. Everybody worries. I worry from time to time. However, I've trained myself to stop it in its tracks simply by using the two tools that I just gave you, exhaling and grounding. At that moment, the worrying will completely dissipate. Now, it may come back again because it's an unproductive habit. You have to replace it with a productive one, which is exhaling and grounding. We can stop the worrying. You can stop the worrying. Just use the tools.